Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Unboxing and First Takes, J&O Game. Today we're unboxing Madden 22, Madden NFL 22. You see right here we have the Xbox One, Series X, PS5, PS4 editions. Now, I don't know why they do this. I guess because on the Series X, if you buy this Xbox One version and put it on the Series X, you're getting the backwards compatible version. And obviously if you put it in the Xbox One, you'll get that version. Meanwhile, this is the true Series X version. I don't like how EA does this. A lot of companies on the Xbox side just produce one, and you'll see it'll say Series X and Xbox One on the black right here. It is the reverse of this. Basically, it means it's both editions. You will not be playing the backwards compatible version if you put it in the Xbox Series X or Series S. This, if you put it in, you're getting the backwards compatible version. I know they do it for money purposes because this is $70, this is $60, but whatever. I still think it's a bad decision. You know, PlayStation, at least they don't do that smart delivery thing, so you're gonna have to pay the 70 or the 60. But I would say so far, 90% of publishers on the Xbox just put out one disc now, and it's still $60. But you know, it's a money thing. We all know it's a money thing. We're only gonna, well, I am only going to break out the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions because they are essentially the same thing, except it's for current gen. The contents in the box, basically the same. But I'll show you the boxes and such of all of them. So we'll start with the Sony side. Alright, so this is the PS5. It's rated E for everyone. It's a sports game. I mean, like, I guess the taunting they do in it would probably be the only thing parents have to worry about, and it's no big deal really. It's 1 to 4 players, 2 to 6 network players. It has network features, 60 gig minimum install. It's a little higher than that. You know, vibration functions, etc. In-game purchases, you know, all the cards and stuff like that. Mild lyrics. It's probably from all the rap music in there. And this is the PS4 box. 1 to 4 players local, network 2 to 6, online play is optional, optional 50 gig minimum install, dual stock version, PS4 Pro enhanced. Otherwise, basically the same box. Now, if you notice, the photos are slightly different. I don't know if you guys follow football, but I do. On the old version, the old GOAT, and some presume to be the future GOAT, baby GOAT some people call him, old GOAT is a little bit more towards the front, maybe symbolizing old school. PS5, since it's current gen, Mahomes is a little more front than Brady. Maybe there's some symbolism there. This is new. This is the current gen, new dude, older dude. He's been in the league 20 plus years. He's still good. He's still doing his thing though. Mahomes lost to this dude twice in the playoffs. You know, once in the Superbowl. Okay? Alright, let's crack these open and see what's up. Well, I'm only cracking the PS5 version open. Basically, it's going to be the same thing. Okay. It actually has a card for 30% off the NFL shop. It's a code, so I'm covering up that code because we do return these to purchase as unboxed items at a discount, and I want people to be able to redeem it. Other than that, that's the game. Inside is just the warranty and warnings. Alright, let's go over the Xbox side. Again, This is the Series X version. This is the Xbox One Series X version here. And again, you notice in the Xbox One, if you buy this disc and put it in the Series X, you'll be getting the backwards compatible version. And I'm pretty sure inside the game, when you stick it in the Series X, you can actually, purchase the upgrade to the Series X version. Reason why it says 4K Ultra HD, it's because that's only if you put it in the Series X, not if you put it in the Xbox One. Again, with the Brady and Mahomes, old dude's more prominent. Mahomes is behind slightly. Series X, new dude's more prominent. Mahomes is slightly ahead of Brady. I really think it's symbolism. Old gen dude, the GOAT. Some people think he'll be the GOAT. I don't think so. I think before his career's over, he might get another Super Bowl. He'll definitely get more playoff wins. In order for Mahomes to match, he basically has to stay in a consistent system for at least a decade, if not two. That was the benefit of Brady. Still, he was able to go to a brand new system during the COVID year and get what he got, the Super Bowl. But his first 6 Super Bowls and all his stats and playoff wins were with the Patriots, as you all know, for almost 20 years. The only way you can achieve what he did is through consistency. He may get it. Andy Reid's not going to coach another 2 decades, but he may get it with the Chiefs if they're consistent with their head coaching, consistent with their O coordination, consistent with their defense. Neither one of these guys can win it on their own. If you realize, and if you follow football like myself, New England has always had good defenses, and especially Brady. I would say a little more than half his career, he had a crappy offense, but he carried that offense. He made sure it worked. But you still need defense to win games. I mean, look at the Dallas Cowboys last season. Horrible defense. Before Dak got hurt, he had to basically play catch up, basically throw for a crap ton of yards and still lose games. New guy, he can throw for a crap ton of yards, but how did they lose? My opinion, their defense. I mean, yeah, the Super Bowl got 31. It was 31-9, but they still scored 9 points. If they had a good defense, they still would have lost, but the score would not have been 31-9. Simple as that. Okay, let's pop open the Series X one. Then I'm going to take it off camera because now that I know there's a code in that one, I'm pretty sure there's a code in this one too. Oh yeah, and remember to stay tuned after the unboxings unless you don't want spoilers. We always do first takes on our unboxings. As soon as we unbox them, we stick them in the consoles, we play them for a little bit, we show you the menus, the install, etc., just to get you guys going. And yes, it does have a code. Same exact thing, has a code in it. Hide that. There's the game disc. Alright, so stay tuned. We are going to pop in the PS5 version of this game. And we're gonna do first take, look at the teams, and then play an exhibition game. All right, looks like we all set. Let's get this show on the road. Madden NFL 22. If it's in a game, it's not in this game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Nope. special download because it's already in the game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 22. This is all about how you want to play. So let's start here. You can pick your experience level, game style, favorite team, and accessibility options. And hey, no pressure. You can always accessibility settings.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. When the narration option is set to lock is selected.
This off cause
Accessibility settings
of DCMA. Got simulation, they got competitive, got arcade, simulation. Oh. New York present quality performance. Okay, so I'm gonna
accessibility settings.
One in image quality and one in performance and see what the difference is. So image quality.
Set your offensive and defensive game plan to select an area of focus and get a boost on related plays. It's time for Madden NFL 22.
Showing me this stuff?
The only place
you
you
can
can
experience
the rematch of Super Bowl 55. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Next on EA Sports.
But I chose Giants.
Oh, it is a beautiful night for football in the Midwest, and we
but
have
I chose
a
Giants.
matchup under the lights here at newly named GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. This crowd, they are loud in general, but this is no ordinary game. A few moments ago, the two teams made their grand entrance. This is a big one, the rematch of Super Bowl 55, featuring the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin joined, as always, by Charles Davis. CD, you get a matchup like this, you look no further than our two quarterbacks. Tom Brady of the Bucs, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs.
And Brandon, this matchup is more than a Super Bowl rematch. It's more than old versus young. It's really a study in how to play the quarterback position, because we know there aren't more than a handful of guys who played at a higher level than these two have. They do it differently, but the results, strong.
Coaches look good. In no way Mahomes' scramble percentage is just 3%. Let's kick off down the middle, shot.
Bradley Pinion set to go. Boy, no shortage of intrigue in this one. And the Bucs and the Chiefs are underway from Kansas City. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And while I don't equate starting record as a quarterback to pitchers in baseball, it still gives us a great baseline. And Patrick Mahomes, 38-8 as a starting quarterback for Kansas City in the regular season. Throw in 6-2 in the playoffs, including a Super Bowl 54 victory.
JPP.
You've got one of the best ones in the game. And if you're a Kansas City fan, how excited are you? He signed through 2031. He will be your quarterback for a long time.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken.
Easily find all the plays that are boosted by the previously selected game plan.
Decent Barrett, let's go.
Down, but able to slip across the 35. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a gain of 7.
Why is he thinking and dunking?
Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move,
and he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take the first quarter lead. Well, Charles, there's something that the Chiefs did not do at all in Super Bowl 55, and that's find the end zone, but they're in for 6 here.
Yeah, they could only come up with 3 field goals in that game. A huge surprise to just about everybody out there. But in this one,
hey, his second foot was out of bounds.
Last time they played against this team.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Yeah, I hit him.
So the extra point good, and a roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, and most since his record-shattering 50 touchdowns.
See how it's passing.
Keep an eye on which team has momentum using the meter at the top of the screen. It's a powerful force that favors the team with control over the factors vary. Find details for active factors, including game day conditions.
Tom Brady still wants to win.
Brady now on first down.
Come on, Gronk.
The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. For these Bucs, Charles, 31-9, they were winners the last time these 2 teams met back in February. What kind of chances do you give them of going back-to-back? You know, it hasn't been done since the Super Bowls in 2004 and 2005.
My own guy was in front of
this team. You start with the front office. It's the same GM. The head coach and his staff essentially the same. They brought back all 22 starters from last year's Super Bowl championship team. And oh yeah, there's a certain Mr. Brady who won both of those titles in 2004, 2005. That's the starting quarterback there. He's back as the quarterback here. I like their chances.
Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Well, CD, you get these 2 teams together and you get them each at full strength, and you know you're going to see some passing. We expect to see the ball in the air a lot as this game goes on.
Yeah, they were
Come on, Matthew.
number 2 in the
stay
NFL
there and watch.
passing yards last season. Kansas City 1, Tampa Bay 2, which means both defenses, I hope they got their rest, because going against these offenses, throwing the ball around and spreading the field, you're going to do a lot of running trying to cover.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Bernard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, I'm just going to score, and then we're going to redo this.
Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. But Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to... Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done.
Wide open.
Terrific play for us to watch.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Okay, so that was in performance
Pretty
mode.
long drive that time.
I'm sorry, that was in image
told.
mode.
And it's all
Let's
finished off
see
with
what
a touchdown.
happens in performance mode. On options? Options? Skill, volume control, graphics. Okay, let's set it to performance mode.
And by Tampa Bay.
See what the difference is.
Each team's had it.
That's a
Each
shank.
team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Yep. That's it.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you look ahead to this upcoming 2021 season, KC going to be trying to get back to the Super Bowl for a third consecutive season. And that doesn't happen very often, and as I've often heard you say, CD, for good reason.
And you're exactly right about that, partner, because you think about all the things that have to go right. You have to win a lot of close games. You got to dodge the injury bug. Hope there's not another dominant team in your conference that you have to go up against. But working in their favor, they've got one of the best guys on the sidelines, their head coach, Andy Reid. And you've still got that guy wearing number 15, who in theory is just now coming into his prime. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete to Marcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up second down. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
And he'll be brought
Barrett
down,
broke that
losing
shit.
yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I still wonder why it's making me play this first. Probably because I didn't choose season. Barrett broke that crap up by running through them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him
10 yards off,
that
buddy.
time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Is he going to shank it?
Mickens deep
Is he
for
gonna shank
Tampa
it?
Bay.
Yeah, into the end zone.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, of course, the 2020 season, a memorable one for this Tampa Bay franchise. They make the big move. They go out, they get Tom Brady, and you thought, okay, maybe that makes them contenders. Well, they qualify as a wild card, get in the playoffs. They have to win 3 games on the road to get to the Super Bowl, and sure enough, they do just that.
And boy, were they rewarded by winning those 3 on the road in the playoffs because they got to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. So it seems like a little bit of...
Oh, Brady goes down. I should have stepped left instead
Brady
of
will go down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Brady now to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. He is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. 2nd and 9. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Brady going to go on 4th down.
Hell yeah.
Gronk! They cannot convert.
What is wrong with you, Gronk?
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Deep backfield. In the middle.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year. The number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they play a little bit like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Jadon Mickens now. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
No, it's
So
not.
we'll come upon halftime
I
here
didn't know
in
which button
Arrowhead
was
with the
to
Chiefs
actually
on
hit.
top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,
You can adjust your game plan at halftime based on team tendencies in the first half.
they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this just a 5-point game as we resume action in this second half on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Really nice job there by the interior of the Kansas City defensive line, and they're a stout unit to run against. They do an excellent job there bottling that play up.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll drop this off for Bernard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Play defense, can't play offense.
Butker's kick here is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. To return is Jadon Mickens. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong
Sometimes
button.
when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
Do you
happened.
think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Brady. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Still going. They can't stop him. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
All quarterbacks are better when they have clean pockets to throw from. But you give one to Tom Brady, he'll decimate a defense. A really nice job there by his offensive line, giving him the protection to survey the field and make a nice, accurate throw.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Bernard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Fist bumping.
So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. Incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're going to, what's his face?
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Humbert.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And he
Yeah!
can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Brady. Man open left side is Brown. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. The give is to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Again, it's Jones.
Oh!
Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Brady to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And
touchdown!
For the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the close. closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now Brady. And no, it's incomplete.
That one never works.
They can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful.
Timeouts.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So it's a victory here for the Tampa Bay Bucs. And, Charles, it would appear that Tom Brady and company, they just seem to have the Chiefs' number.
And when you think about how hard it is to repeat in this league, I think a win like this shows that the Buccaneers don't feel like 2020 was just a one-year anomaly. They think they're built to win 2 or 3 titles, and this just reinforces that they have the ability to play with anyone and beat anyone as well.
All right. So we good. I just have to get used to buttons. Now I got to figure out which button is for the him to kneel in the end zone. Keep a lookout on our channel because we're going to also put every team out there. Basically, we're going to put all the teams that are in Madden 22 and all their rosters, their stats, and everything. Be sure to check that out. I'm out of here.
All right, that was our unboxing and first take. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a like. Please subscribe to our channel for more video game shenanigans. From everyone over at JNL, have a great one.